Come on, ladies and gentlemen, did you really think we were going to start on time? You know, everybody talks about daylight savings time, but really, in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, we're on Justin Parsley time. So you knew that if we were starting at 9:30, it was really, 9:45 p.m. Eastern time, 8:45 p.m. Central Standard Time, because after all, the last few days, Sportswire radio has been shut down. But now, some may say a blue wave has come, but a Hall of Fame monitor has blown in with a front to talk about what's ahead this weekend's next week's show, Dirty Deeds. Yeah, I mean, we're so confused that we're going to talk about plenty of even this weekend with Sportswire radio guests who are going to be there at Dirty Deeds. And then next week, get you ready for what's ahead. And this man, I'm not even going to read those initials. I'm just going to go into the fact that this man has plenty of charisma. Because in case you forgot, he has been in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame more times than anybody. That even includes more times than the likes of James Taylor, the Nemesis. That even includes the likes of Anthony Steele. Oh, we'll get to him, but not tonight. And that includes many others. But I'm going to ask the Hall of Fame monitor tonight about some different people and his reactions. First of all, last week in this spot, what about those rock stars of the galaxy who really had a few things to say about the real monsters, and including the Hall of Fame monitor? Yeah, we'll talk about that. We'll also talk about a guy who's definitely a boss and now is showing up to be the boss of the IMF, and maybe he'll be watching the back of Dirty Donnie and Prince Achia and Tone DeBoss. We'll get the Hall of Fame monitor's reaction toward him. Plus, I'm going to bring up what is 2 years in the making. One more time. Why will it be different next Saturday at Dirty Deeds? And why Dirty Deeds won't be done dirt cheap? Because we're going to show you that footage from what the Hall of Fame monitor did to that boogeyman, the hardcore god, the one and only Omen Blacken. He's got a plan to walk out of the IMF on December 31st as the IMF champion. But if this man gets his way with really his best friend, that popular monster and the All Wrestling Matters champion, counts 1, 2, 3. That won't be a dirty deed done dirt cheap. We'll talk about that. Plus, your comments and who knows whatever else. But since we haven't been on the air here in a few days, and this man, when we really think about Sportswire Radio, we think about where we are and where we once were. This man has been at the center of it. And I am now going to give him that long-awaited introduction, because the last time he was formally here, even though he was here a few weeks ago, well, he was here with those rock stars of the galaxy, and they are, after all, the real rock stars of the IMF. And I may even have to ask the Hall of Fame monitor his opinion on that, because apparently, according to Sean Jovi, the resident rock star, the first backyard underground wrestler to ever come on here, there's only room for him and Mephisto and no Tone DeBoss. I'll ask him about that, but it is now time to give him that introduction that he deserves and he must really get. And in the famous words of Def Leppard frontman Joe, and who knows, we may even have Def Leppard on Sportswire Radio. Just hang on, stay tuned. You never know. Definitely let's get rocked, and we're going to definitely pour some sugar on this intro. So, because you're waiting for it, and there's even one person specifically who's really waiting for it, and that's not just Soldier GP, and it's not just Zilla. Let's start this show up here in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one, the level radio station where all music and wrestling matters. So with that, without further ado, here on the Sports Report, number one cable sports show. The man, to quote Josie Scott, is the king of our world. He is in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame almost as many times as Ric Flair has been a world champion. He's still got 6 more times to get in the Hall of Fame. He's the King of Palo winner. He was most recently one half of the IMF Tag Team Champions of the World. His name really is the Hall of Fame monitor, Justin Parsley. The sleaze is here, my friend. How are we doing?
This is real, Tom. This is real to be here. I appreciate you having me back. It's always an honor and a privilege to be here on the platform that Jovi built, and then I had a little bit more money and so invested in and stole from him.
Charisma,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you for having
more
me.
Charisma. Yeah.
I just said wee bit, yeah.
Well, you know what, by the way, before we get to there's a lot to talk about with you, sir. You know, Mr. Jovi didn't think you'd be here tonight. He said that he would be in your spot tonight.
He was the backup plan is what I saw. He was the plan B.
He and Mephisto were ready to be here. They had thought that you wouldn't show up this show, and they're just, I'm sure, on standby.
He was the plan B. And speaking of blue waves, it's too bad his mom didn't take the plan B instead of. But it's fine. It's great. Hey, listen, it is great to be here, Tom. I appreciate you having me.
Welcome home.
New York City. What's going on out there? That's incredible. Good stuff, right?
Well, I think at this point we may have to take some of my hundreds of thousands of dollars and move elsewhere with, let's just say, a better quality of life. But certainly we'll leave that at that.
We all agreed to never forget. That's what upsets me.
Oh, I'm never forgetting when you're here on Sportswire. There is a lot of people that want to talk with you, sir, but there is so much to get to, and I only have so much time because your time is so valuable. You are, after all, the Hall of Fame monitor of Sportswire Radio. You are, after all, the man that is the plan of the MC of the Circle of Jerks. We're not going to get into that, but I have to ask you, Mr. Parsley, for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that you most certainly helped build as our Hall of Fame monitor, why is next Saturday going to be different when you show that dirty deeds won't be done dirt cheap and you take that IMF heavyweight championship away from the man that apparently runs this platform, the boogeyman of the Midwest, the hardcore god, Mr. Omen Black?
That's so crazy because I think he has it all messed up. Like, he thinks he runs the platform. He thinks he runs the IMF just because he walks around with the championship. And I know that he has this desire to leave at the end of the year and take what's his and tarnish it and everything that they've worked hard for and they built a foundation on.
Yes.
But that's just not going to happen. And I think you know why it's going to be different because you saw the footage of what happened after Omen Black's title defense.
I did.
You saw the real Justin Parsley. You know, GP, a year ago, what were you, a year removed, a year and a half removed, he wanted the real Justin Parsley.
Yeah.
Omen Black deserves the same. I don't want to hold back anymore. I thought we were friends. I thought we were cool. I thought this was all just a fluke and he was just hiring a bunch of henchmen to do his dirty work. But this is more sinister. This is more vile than anything I've ever seen. It reminds me of someone else, like who wants to just take his ball and go home. I think that's a popular trend wherever I go. I think there's always somebody in that company who wants to take their ball and go home.
And why do you think that is, though? Especially when it comes to the boogeyman, why do you think that is that he would want to take his ball, in your words, and go home? I mean, why do you think?
Well, he feels wronged. He feels like he's been pushed aside, cast aside, that everything's been about Soulja GP and Justin Parsley, or at one point it was Jovi. He was so upset that he was never pushed to that spot that we all achieved and reached before him at a higher level with a crowd, with a paying audience there. And I get it.
Time out, Mr. Parsley, Mr. Hall of Fame monitor. Let me get this straight. Omen Black is the IMF heavyweight champion, also holds possession of the hardcore championship. And Dirty, definitely Mr. 100 also mentioned that Omen Black has to give that championship up. That's for a different conversation. But He's
Well,
the
I
man.
say Justin Parsley says Omen Black has to give up that IMF World Championship. You know
Well,
what it is, my man. That's just what it is.
you're gonna
That's
be
what
in the
it
ring
is.
with it. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. Don't you worry. But Omen Black has the prize that everyone wants. But it seems to me what you're saying is, even though that Omen Black is the IMF heavyweight champion, but you're saying rather that the likes of yourself and Soldier GP, you're the top guys and he's not, and that's why he wants to take his ball and go home. Are you sort of implying that just before?
I mean, I've heard it implied by him. I've heard it implied all of this last year. Yes, I think that that's a huge part of it. But what did Omen Black say about the cage match? He said that he wasn't going to be stuck in the cage with me, that I was going to be stuck in the cage with him.
Well, he did famously say on 420, by the way, you've had some interesting shows this year. You were here on 420, you were here on 9/11, and when you were here on 420, Mr. Black, I mean, he foreshadowed what was going to happen to you, and you were certainly out of action there for a little bit after what happened in that cage. Just saying.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can cuss me. You're right. But I never lost that match. It's because Felix Jones is a pushover and a pansy little bitch who feels like he needs to insert himself into places little boys have no place going.
But I agree with you on the last part, but didn't Felix really learn from some of your sins in the past? You did famously talk about last appearance, some different sins and different things about repenting and maybe.
But I taught him about repentance too, and the boy never caught on to that one. I think it shows.
He doesn't have to. He has the championship that you held famously longer than anybody else. The PWF World Championship. You held that title for a year, and he holds
the youngest ever PWF World Champion. I'll tell you something that Felix Jones will never be: the oldest and the youngest and the first ever PWF champion. Because only one man could be that, and that was me, all at one time. Tom, I've already done it. I've already seen it all before. I was running the PWF when the PWF mattered. You have to keep that in mind, Tom.
I agree. You certainly did run a lot of things, no question. I mean, there's no question that you did a lot of different things, but I just hope for your sake that what you're going to say tonight will ring true for your.
I'm just going to say that I'm not stuck in that ring with Omen Black and Soldier GP. My best friend is the special guest referee. Omen Black is stuck in that ring.
You may want to ring Omen Black bell, but not quite yet.
With myself and Soldier GP as the special guest referee, who happens to be my heterosexual life mate. So I don't know how the cards would really be stacked against me at this time. I know there's a lot of strikes going on in Vegas, a lot of casinos on strike and stuff, but I don't really feel like this deck is stacked against me, Tom.
You don't?
How do you feel about it? How do you feel about it? Analyzing from your perspective, I
really tell you what, that Omen Black has been on quite a run, and we've seen this rodeo between you and him before. And Anthony Steele, a man that we're going to get to in a little while because I have an announcement relating Anthony Steele, he told us his side of the story of why things were going to be different here. And, well, look at what I'm saying.
And how did he explain how things would be different? Did he come onto Sportzwire?
Well, he did.
Talk
Well,
a good
comes
talk
on a Sportzwire for his contractually obligated appearance. Well, actually, he just comes on it.
Says some controversial things and
he's been more humble.
Does what he does. Am I right?
He's not as humble. He's more humble and not as controversial anymore. I mean, he's definitely toned down a little bit, but he came
maybe
on here.
But less F words would still be okay too. Sometimes I don't know. But here's what I'm saying is that.
But he did say Anthony that he knew
had his size, he had his history, his track record to do this, to do it with actions. He could have showed what he was capable of instead of coming on here and talking about how it was going to be different. He could have showed all the paying fans in Palo, Iowa, why the real king of Palo is going to be their IMF World Champion. Because when I scream that, Tom, when I scream that on the end of this, and you won't be able to hear it because this is obviously muted, but when I scream that, the entire audience, everyone in the crowd erupts. They're already on board.
Who's your guy tonight? Who's the champion?
And that's only because I stopped. What if I would have kept laying it into him, Tom? It's
Well,
good
he
that
might have
something
needed
snapped in
medical
me.
attention.
I think that's what we need to take away from this. They like that too. They like
the fans are
that.
behind it. I mean, obviously, for sure, you really got your best friend to be the ref, and I really hope though that your best friend doesn't really have to count 1, 2, 3 toward your demise. I hope he doesn't have to do that.
Well, I
think we can take
do.
this.
I do. I want to say that yes, I want Soldier to call it down the middle, 100%. I don't want him to have to count my shoulders to the mat. I'm with you. I'm on board with that. I don't think there will be any reason that Soldier will need to do that, Tom.
You know,
that's what I'm saying to you.
Really feel confident about this after everything you've been through with Omen, after everything you've been through with the House of Wolves. It's been quite a year, quite a roller coaster year for you, and it's all building to this.
I'll tell you what, Tom, it's been in the IMF, so it's all been a ride, but it's been a positive experience in that same breath.
It has.
I don't have to sit here and be watered down or held back or pushed to the openers and the dark matches.
Oh,
people pay to come see Justin Parsley, and they are paid.
I
to
actually
see Justin
pay
Parsley.
to see you. I mean, I pay every month to see Justin Parsley. I pay,
and
that's
where you're. That's where you're $10 to $20, whatever you want to buy, 1 or 2 tickets. It's up to you, or $30, $15, whatever it is at the gate now. Yeah, as long as you support that image of Justin Parsley as the IMF World Champion, I support you lending your money.
May disagree with you though. The boogeyman may disagree.
But he's not here, Tom. Even if this is his show and wherever he is, and he sits in the dark and waiting and lurking,
maybe he doesn't have to talk.
About
maybe he doesn't have to talk tonight. Maybe because he's done all his talking in the ring. Just ask the likes of Anthony Steele. Just ask the likes of Gabe Sayers, who, oh, by the way, is back here next weekend. I mean, just ask Damian Saint. I mean, just ask Felix Jones. Just ask.
And he could. He could. You're right. He could do it. I mean, he did it in the cage. Like, he showed what he could do.
Yeah.
Omen Black does. He can use his body and his hands and his physicality to show what he can do. But Omen Black is not just that kind of man. He has to be here and he has to talk about what he's going to do, and he has to hype himself up and talk about his minions and how protected and safeguarded he is. What?
He doesn't have to hype himself up. You know he doesn't have to hype himself up.
Omen Black is the only person who believes in Omen Black. As much as he does. Are you kidding me?
He's the IMF champion.
I can tell you. I can name names of people who don't believe in Omen Black. I can tell you Colson. I can tell you Sam. I can tell you Anthony. I can tell you Gary. I can tell you Justin.
I don't know anybody.
You don't have to know these people. This is my circle. Our circles aren't exactly the same. This is where they mingle right here. This is what we have. This in the circle of jerks. But
this circle's way larger than mine. I don't have any friends. I don't know anybody. You have.
I mean, you're one of my best friends too. So I mean, this is.
I know, but you've been so kind to consider me a best friend. I really appreciate you. You know that. You are my Hall of Fame monitor. We really love you here. But I almost feel like this is like talking to Jovi in this sense. Like really.
And Sean too. I see that Sean too. See, there are other people that are throwing.
Take a slight detour. Sean Jovi, what did you really think about some of the things he said and what he really did to you in Soldier GP a few weeks ago? I mean. Sean Jovi is really said that he.
I don't like turning the tables on you and making you talk, but I mean, I don't like the new Sean Jovi. How do you feel about the new Sean Jovi? Is this the real Sean Jovi?
No, I think what Sean Jovi is saying that what he had really felt on Sportswire was that he had kept up his end of the bargain and joining the foundation. He was this shiny new object, this shiny new toy, and he was pushed to the side, according to him, for guys like you.
That sounds envious to me. That sounds like a little bit of jealousy.
We bring it up previously in previous episodes. Was he jealous of you? And that was a big lightning rod of a topic. I don't know if that.
And it ate him so much from the inside that he had to hit my partner with the chair and bring in not even the referee, the official of the match, but an outside enforcer to count the 3. It's ridiculous. I don't like the new Sean Jovi. I don't like it one damn bit, Tom.
Well, I mean,
not the man that I grew to know and love. So I don't. I don't really have much else to say about him.
So, we're not focused on him right now. We're not focused on him, and
No.
obviously, that's not.
He is in the rearview mirror. I mean, he is the IMF Tag Team Champion with Mephisto. They got it done dirty, but.
What do you think about this guy? By the way, what do you think about this guy, Tone DeBoss, who was here, and he had a few words to say about Sean Jovi and Mephisto? Just what did you really think about that guy?
I think Tone and I have become kind of fans of one another. Like I think that we support one another, and I got his back.
By the way, he should really have you as a presenter at the Iowa Music Awards this coming Sunday. Because I'm not
gonna lie, he invited me. I would love to make it, but then that would be back-to-back weekend trips.
I think you would have the best speech of any of the attendees there. I mean, I'm gonna need
another house in Iowa. Is that what you're telling me?
Well, I'm sure. Mr. Boss can
have Drive. This
no.
One more.
Mr. Boss is a very successful philanthropist and a producer. I'm sure he could definitely give you a place to stay for a few days and allow you to present one of the winners or one of the awards, and we'd really, I'm sure, love to see that.
Okay, this is something I might have to take to the DMs.
Now there is a lot of people in the chat, but apparently. There is somebody here that wants to say something to you. Now, it's not Sean Jovi. The resident rock star is obviously saving his powder. He's saving that for Dirty Donnie and certainly Tone DeBoss. He has got a lot of problems with him, and Mephisto's not too far behind, and I'll leave that at that. But apparently, which again, I am surprised how early this is, that there is someone here that wants to have a chat with you about some of the things you've said already so far and some of the things you intend to do next Saturday coming up at Dirty Deeds, and wants to maybe refresh your memory about some things that have happened to you also when it has come to the boogeyman of the Midwest. The
Does Anthony Steele? Are you just like a build-up to Anthony Steele?
Actually, Anthony's back. No. Anthony's not involved. He's got Felix Jones and Gabe Sayers. But I do want to announce, it's funny you remind me, Anthony Steele is back here Sunday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time, and Anthony's going to be holding serve. It's going to be a fireside chat with Anthony Steele, the more humble version now. And, they used to call him the most controversial figure in wrestling history. Now, I think he's the most humble person in wrestling history because Anthony Steele now, he's dropping less F-bombs. He's talking more about the fans. He's talking more about doing the right things, and he's become more humble. He's been passed on, it seems, and now
a fireside chat, though. He has the LED set up. So is it like the LEDs or like the fireplace?
That's exactly why.
And he's
Sunday
like, instead of like a pipe, he's
Eastern
just
time.
vaping all night.
No, Anthony doesn't vape. Anthony sells vapes to people who want to buy his so we can help him work and stay in business. I mean, Anthony,
is that what it is?
Yes.
Are they 21?
Well,
okay,
Anthony's above 21. He's over 21. So
that's all that matters then, yeah.
It's his choice. I mean, listen, I personally don't vape. I personally don't vape. I mean, listen, I've got to stay as good looking as I possibly can, but certainly, I mean, that's Anthony's, that's 8 o'clock Eastern, but, I do have this person here that does want to, let's just say, remind you of the past. And I only, if you would allow me to, I know it's your platform. It's your right to whether you want people here or not to have people here, but I just have to ask you for your permission, sir, before I bring this person on who wants to remind you of your own past with the boogeyman of the Midwest, the hardcore God Omen Black.
Yeah, I think you can bring it on.
And by the way, also want to confirm it's not James Taylor. James Taylor is not here on this episode.
Another relief, Brendan. Okay.
No, but James will be back this month. James will be back. He's got a lot to say. He's getting ready for his return to the ring. I'm excited about that. You should be too, but that's
I'll
not
be tuning in. Yep. Yeah, that's
fine. You'll be tuning in. All right. But let me bring this person on because they have been waiting anxiously. And now for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Wait a minute. I've never met this guy before. That's the prophet, Jordan Crowley. And we should all rejoice because he's here. And Mr. Crowley, I'm giving you the opportunity to speak and take it away.
Well, you are correct, Tom. Brothers and sisters, you will rejoice. For I bring you good news today. And today's good news for you, Mr. Parsley, is that history has a funny way of repeating itself. You see, prophecy, when it comes from me, isn't merely a prediction. It's inevitability. And next week, inevitability comes in the name of Omen Black. You seem to recall a cage match, don't you, Justin? Shall we take a little stroll down memory lane? Or have you wiped that from your few remaining brain cells?
I said I remember.
Yeah. Why don't you tell the world, Justin? Tell them what happened the last time you were trapped in the cage with the boogeyman.
I have the footage for you too, in case you forgot, Mr. Parsley.
Oh,
I've been
of
instructed
course.
All
by
these
Mr.
prophecies
Crowley to
of
bring
hocus pocus bogus are starting to piss me off, Crowley. I want you to go away. You keep sticking your nose into my business, and it has no place anywhere near me.
You see, that's where you're wrong, Justin. It's not that I interject. It's simply that's what must happen. Again, it's inevitability. When you step into the ring next week with Omen, you already know what's going to happen. Why are you subjecting yourself? The only reason you had an advantage at the last show was because you jumped him from behind. When you stand face to face with Omen Black, you already know what's going to happen. You might as well just accept it now.
Well, I think that you need to know that I went in there with a completely different mindset in this cage match. It was all about saving Omen, protecting Omen. This is about the IMF World Championship and making sure that it does not leave this company. Do you understand? Everything that you work for, everything that you represent, everything you're a part of would leave. It would cease to be. So you can thank me after Saturday, November 15th, when I walk out the IMF World Champion. You can kneel down and kiss my boots and thank me for saving this company.
No. See, you say you were trying to save, or maybe it was a case of redemption. No. See, this is going to be repetition. Every verse in this story ends the same way, with your downfall. You see, you might know another, let's just call him a philosopher, that famously once said, "Tell me when I'm telling lies." Tom will tell you, for months, I spoke of pain.
Again,
Oh,
it comes
Justin.
up.
Look familiar?
That's what everything is to you. It's one big mind game. Everything is cerebral to you. Everything's all about entering up here. You want it to all be psychological. Why don't we get physical, Jordan? Why don't you come into my world? Why don't you step into my world on my terms?
No, you see, you can't even handle family members. You can't even handle your own foundation is crumbling. The only reason that you have the match that you do in a couple weeks, or next week, excuse me, is because your foundation brethren have set you up for a match and gift wrapped you a guest referee. By the way, how'd that work out the last time you did that?
We just got the towel thrown in. That's an interesting point there by Mr. Crowley. I mean, why don't you, remind us about that? There was the towel. And then, speaking of family, Mr. Parsley, we had spoke about him several minutes ago, and there was once upon a time your son, Felix Jones, and Felix is there, and I mean, we're about to see it, and Mr. Crowley continues to talk about pain, and we're about to see some pain, and unfortunately at your expense, really.
But you can tell in this match that I only had one family member there aside, and that was GP. Because I told GP and Julian or Felix to not throw in the towel. I told them specifically to leave, like, no towel, don't ever quit. No matter what happens in there, I got to get Omen back. That's what it was all about, getting Omen back. Well, obviously Felix had other things in mind and had his own agenda that he needed to fulfill. And here he's doing it, and he continues to do it until someone takes him out back and shows him what happens to bullies like him. Like, you can't get away with stuff like this. Like, he's
No. See, you call it an agenda. There was no agenda. It was an awakening. You see, when Felix left Soldier for you, he left what? A deadbeat dad. He thought you might be an improvement, but he saw, as we all do, you are subpar. So what did he do again? He left another deadbeat dad and went to a true paternal figure in Omen Black.
His uncle, by the way, his uncle Omen Black, he went with the one family member who's been a constant in his life. A constant. And that's what we're seeing here. And we're seeing this embrace. And there is Felix. And it reminds me, Mr. Parsley, since you're here and Mr. Crowley is here, there's a famous lyric in that song, Mr. Crowley, and did you talk to the dead? And Mr. Crowley, are you meaning to tell us what you're saying right now is that you've talked to the dead? And the dead that's going to be next Saturday and Justin Parsley? Really?
I wouldn't say that I'm the one that speaks to the dead, Mr. Bryce. However, let's just say that my family tree is full of many talents.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm seeing right now is that Mr. Parsley, and there's another guy there too, Jason Storm, who's going to be here next weekend also. And maybe that could preoccupy Mr. GP a little bit as well, because we know Soldier has to try and get back that urn. Speaking of family.
Another father issue. I seem to notice a trend.
Yeah, you think, well, trauma creates trauma, right? I guess that's what I've always been told and taught, but I don't know. I think that, once GP goes one-on-one with Jason Storm and gets to walk away with his dad because he's the last man standing, because Storm is just running. Storm, that's all he does. You have to chase this guy. You have to storm chaser is what you have to be in order to catch him. But GP's been standing, has been calling him out. He wants to face him like a man. So I think that once he gets his dad back, I think that we could heal that trauma that you were talking about, Mr. Crowder. And I think that he could focus on the main event and being the fair and impartial referee that he needs to be.
You're gonna play this footage in front of me right now, Tom? You're gonna play this right
there's
now?
a reason. Well, because there's I have another surprise here coming up shortly. But there is something interesting here, Mr. Parsley, in that you and Soldier consistently seem to be distracted these last few months. Obviously, we know what's happened with Felix in the past, taking your PWF championship. Then this guy Jason Storm, and now the Prophet Jordan Crowley has reminded us also about pain. And while he may receive some pain here shortly, he is reminding you, Mr. Parsley and Mr. GP, are certainly having a lot on your plate, whether it is those rock stars of the galaxy, whether it is Felix Jones or Jason Storm or other things. And
what the hell is the deal? Why has everybody got a problem with us, Tom? That's a good question.
I don't know. I don't know.
That might be the most rhetorical question you've ever asked.
And he didn't do it on a Circle of Jerks episode either.
Did he say retard? Oh, no, rhetorical.
Rhetorical.
Never mind. My bad. I thought, okay.
It's a DEI issue.
Sorry.
Stop that. And speaking of people that are here, and there's a guy with pain and gavel pain, and maybe we'll take this footage off. Maybe Mr. Parsley wants to see it, but apparently we will be receiving word of something or someone else to come here shortly.
Can you do it one more time?
Mr. Prophet, would you like to say?
You do it one more time. Can you play it back one more time? That one.
We are going to do that. We're going to get back to the footage.
Just a few seconds.
Look. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course we are.
He asked for it. I mean, he asked politely.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you.
Let's just pander to this moron like he panders to the crowd. Did you see what he did a couple shows ago? This moron is dusting people with green flake crap. Yes, I know it's
he's got some fans here. He does have one fan in particular that's a big guy.
I know he's got fans. Yeah.
He's got fans. Oh, timeout.
60-second timeout. 60-second timeout.
This isn't Saved by the Bell, Justin Parsley. This isn't Saved by the Bell. Just want to repeat that. But I mean,
It's not
Mr.
a bad
Prophet,
comparison with the Zach Morris.
well, you know what? Who knew? But Mr. Prophet, I mean, obviously, you certainly have reminded us a lot about pain and redemption, and you've talked a lot about also the future. And is there anything else you'd like to remind us of before I get to something else I need to bring to both your men's attention?
You know,
You don't look scared. You look like you're going to take it like a man. I like that. Oh, yeah, you're not scared. Look at you. You don't know when to quit. I like that about you.
The house always wins. He knows that. Listen,
I'm going to let this play out because I want you to count how many people are in the ring right now. And then I'm blindsided, attacked, a chair tossed, and then kicked in my face by that heretic. I'm sorry, that hemorrhoid, Damian Saint. And then, oh, look. Let's just talk it through it right here. My sister comes into the ring to simply check on my well-being.
That does not look like checking on your well-being. That looks like slapping my best friend upside his head.
You know,
could you? Well, if you were in those shoes too, maybe you would feel the same way. I mean, to be fair, her brother's getting
those shoes.
attacked. I mean, what else is she supposed to do?
Twice? Are you kidding me?
Well,
a defenseless woman. This is
listen. We are here on Sportswire. We do not condone attacks on women here on Sportswire. Just saying, we do not condone any attacks on any type of women. So we just want to put that is in the IMF. The IMF does things, and the management has their way. But we on Sportswire cannot condone those things. But obviously, it happened, and 100.
Tom, I will say that there are times that she and I may not see the world the same way, but make no mistake, and this is especially for you, Parsley, make no mistake, we see the same end.
See the same end? See the same end. Listen, Parsley, they see the same end.
What end do you want? Do you want this end or do you want that end?
But apparently, you know what? I have received word that there is somebody here that may appear that we haven't seen here before. And only if I could have the opportunity to show my screen and present what may about to be in front of us. Well, I'm kind of waiting.
By all means. Like,
you're the Hall of Fame.
Keep the party going. Keep the party going.
Whoa! You have the last name that he does. Your name is Varel, and you're here. And
yep.
What brings you here? And you speak?
Yes, Tom, I do speak.
What brings you here?
Well, Parsley does seem to have a history with me already, as some already know. And no, Parsley, it's not that type of history.
You're the girl who kissed my knees, aren't you? You're that pretty little thing. You're related to that slob? I mean, that's your brother? That's cool though. Like,
I'm going to put you in, we are going to time out that.
I've heard that you guys don't see everything the same. You guys just see the same end, and I was getting ready to show him, so I'm glad you showed up for it.
No thanks.
We could certainly say no thanks on that. Yes, you may want to try that on the Circle of
I'll
Jerks.
check you guys in the green room after.
We're here on Sportswire. Miss Crowley, you have the floor.
I mean,
real quick. Hold on. I don't want to take it from her. I don't want to be that guy. I don't know, ladies first.
That's a great LL Cool J song.
Women and children.
Let's move on.
I just want to say that Varel, is that what it is?
Yes.
Varel, I just want to say that I am sorry. I don't want to poke fun at you kissing my knees or the fact that I had to REM you because you slapped me and made me feel threatened in a man's world.
It's 2025. We want to move on.
Should not have put my hands on you, period. It was a moment of weakness, and I just wanted to say that I am sorry to you.
But you are going to repent. I mean, that is, I'm glad you're repenting.
Every day, Tom.
Well,
just another verse from the Book of the Broken.
Well, I appreciate the apology, Parsley. But for those that haven't seen the footage, Tom, would you mind?
Yes, we're gonna come right back to it while you wait for it. So I'm gonna go from. I'm gonna put it up right here shortly. Give me 1 second while you get it. And we are here with Pharrell Crowley for the first time, and the Prophet Jordan Crowley. And yeah, we're really having quite an episode here on Sportswire. Okay, I'm going right to it. I think a minute here. We're gonna move up. I think it's right here. One night stand. I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna fast forward a little bit right toward the end of the segment. I think we're somewhere around here, right at this point. Or am I at the wrong show? I think I'm at the wrong show. We'll go back. I think I'm at the right segment. No, I think I'm at the right. Am I at the right spot, or am I in the wrong? Did I miss this? I think I did. Am I missing something?
Maybe we'll get the footage.
I think you might have went too far.
Okay, yeah, we'll come back. Okay, nope, that's not it. Let's see. Well, you ring a bell there, Mr. Parsley? Ring a bell?
Oh, that one, the pumpkin? Yeah.
Yeah, ring a bell. Ring a bell to you. Ring a bell.
Beautiful fall decoration. I love it.
Yeah, well, it happens, but
I would have drawn a different face on it, but it's fine.
But obviously, we see Soldier GP there doing something he's probably wanted to do for a very long time, and I'm sure that won't be the case next Saturday. Just saying. I think I had to go a little further back. But there we go. Okay, now I'm in the right spot at the right time. I knew I was going to get there eventually.
See, you do like being in the ring. You do like getting in that ring. I see that.
Yeah, but he's not doing anything.
I see the fire in you.
You put your hands on me.
Wait a minute. That's Pharrell Crowley. That's you.
Yes.
Well, she put her hands on me a couple of times too.
Well, she had her reasons. Her brother was being attacked.
At least it would have been fair.
Zilla's wanted to do that in the previous episode of Sportswire. Pharrell, you did what Zilla and others may have wanted to do on you. Zilla has in the past. Wait a minute! No!
I'm sorry.
I got to admit, Tom, growing up, I know what those slaps felt like.
Well, you know what? We are very sorry that we had to see Pharrell. You get that once again, and it was definitely a family affair here. Literally, this family does matter when it comes to what we just saw, and I'm sorry we had to show this footage for you, the Crowleys.
No, she requested it. It's fine.
I understand, but I'm still apologizing on behalf
that
of
it happened. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's all divine. I mean, it was meant to be. That's the way it happened. That's the way it was. That's the way it is.
If you say it's meant to be tonight on Sportswire, I'll go with it. But obviously, the crowd.
I'm gonna check with the Prophet real quick. I don't know.
Well, he's not happy right now, understandably so. He's gonna take it out on you. What he's saying is pain is gonna happen for you next Saturday if you continue to keep this up.
Pain is going to happen regardless next Saturday, and that's for anyone who listens to the IMF shows with audio and has to sit through Crowley's commentary.
I think we have some of the best commentary in the underground there between Dirty, the Prophet Jordan Crowley, and Prince.
That was bad. I shouldn't have said that. You're right. I take it back. I repent again.
The new version of Monday Night Football, the new definition of Dan Dierdorf, Al Michaels, and Frank Gifford. I mean, who would have guessed? 2025 Monday Night Football has come to the IMF. I mean, we've got Dan, Al, and Frank. Are you ready? We're going to be ready for some IMF. It's an IMF party when they're on commentary. I mean, they don't want me and others on commentary. We'll stick to the Prophet, Prince, and Dirty because you know what time it is when they're on the call.
Are you Dan, Al, or Frank?
Really, just do that. Al. Really,
Al.
I mean, that was Monday Night Football for a couple decades. I mean, it's an IMF party.
I'm talking about that effeminate hand gesture you just did.
Well, I mean, you know what time it is. Dirty's in there, Mr. 100. You know what time it is.
It's a gender neutral. It's a gender neutral hand gesture.
Yeah, we've had enough of blue waves and socialist fronts coming to the Big Apple for 1 week. Let's obviously get to the point. So the Crowleys, you're here, and is there anything else you'd like to say to Mr. Parsley or Mr. Crowley?
You know, Tom, I'm just gonna put it this way.
Yes, sir.
Parsley speaks of salvation.
He does.
At one point trying to redeem Omen Black. Now he's simply trying to, I guess, save the IMF. I simply see a sacrifice. And I speak of what comes after both.
Oh, and there's that poster. We're going to be talking about plenty of this throughout the entire week on Sportswire because we have a slew of IMF shows ahead between now and next Thursday, and we're just getting started. And Varel, Miss Crowley, very nice to meet you, and hopefully Mr. Parsley did sincerely really mean his apology towards you. Is there anything else you'd like to say here tonight?
I guess only time will tell if he was being sincere or not. I would hope, since, like my brother said, him and I don't always see eye to eye, and I'm not necessarily agreeing with him right now, that I'm not making the wrong choice about where I'm standing. But everybody's hourglass has already turned, so I may be on your side for now, Parsley, but your hourglass will run out eventually.
Well, wait, isn't the old expression time waits for no one?
But the old song is "Time is on my side."
But time waits for no one, and time especially is not on your side.
I don't know. Look at this, Tom. This is 37.
I don't know about that.
know.
Have you seen the face of Jordan Crowley, the prophet Jordan? No. We're good. Miss Crowley, we're sorry you had to go through that. Obviously, it's 2025. It's 2025. But I think we'll let you two ride off into the sunset.
Love you guys.
Parsley will
Be
join
safe.
you eventually. But thank you, and very nice to meet you both. And it's definitely a family affair with you two. Yes, thank you, and do give a follow to both of them, and do listen to Mr. Crowley, Dirty, and Prince Achia's commentary. They are the new version of Monday Night Football's Frank, Allen, Dan. It is always an IMF party when they're on the call, and yeah, and just also, by the way, Mr. Parsley, two things before we let them go. Just as a reminder, there is, like I said, a man named Gavel Payne that is here. That skull. And we hope, Mr. Parsley, because you are my Hall of Fame monitor, that skull isn't you at the end of next Saturday night in Cedar Rapids.
It won't be, Tom.
I hope
it won't be. The skull will have nothing to do with this one.
All right. I hope it's not yours. Remember, Mr. Parsley, you don't want to have to work at your own funeral, because after all, you could have a front row seat, because you figuratively and literally could be the pallbearer of your own funeral, handling your own skull. Nah, you don't want that. You don't want that. Mr. Crowley showed that you firsthand. Listen, we don't want to have to go there. Listen, we thank you both.
Put your thing
all
away.
I'm going to say is this, Tom, as I leave, and again, the pleasure was all yours. Some people may call what happens next week violence. I call it vindication.
Well, you always leave us with a food for thought. This is the old commercials. The more the knowledge you know. But you did ask for it, Mr. Crowley, and there is my actual certificate. So you can see it, and there's for those for the chat. That is my actual certificate here for my certificate as a reverend. And maybe next episode we'll give my notary license on the air, so somebody can steal my license number and use it for whatever reasons. But thank you everybody for that. And we wanted to enlighten you. Food for thought. The more knowledge knowledge is power. Like the NBC commercials. But we'll move on here. And thank you, Miss Crowley, and thank you, Mr. Crowley. And we hope, in the case of you, Mr. Parsley, according to the famous words that the Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne, not to be confused with Jordan Crowley, that did you talk to the dead? And I hope that Mr. Crowley's not referring to you in that did you talk to the dead, because Ozzy famously sings that. And I
feel alive and well, maybe better than I ever have, Tom. I don't know.
Tonight's
The guest referee.
Tonight's episode is definitely a version of Crazy Train, and I'm sure by the end of the show we'll definitely bark at the moon, and by the time we're done here, I'm sure certainly somebody will say, "Mama, I'm coming home." But thank you, Miss Crowley. Thank you, Mr. Crowley. You have a wonderful evening, and I'm sure we'll see you on Sportswire again. And there you go.
It's
Quite an episode.
no longer Halloween, so we don't have to do like the weird stuff.
Well, you
like
know, it's
that.
funny.
We
I
have to
will
invite like the trick or treaters anymore.
You know what? I got to be honest, to break the fourth wall for a minute. Where I was today in Manhattan, I was doing something, and in the room I was in, they actually left an object with the flip of the bird, like a skeleton doing the middle finger, and that was my joke. I guess we're still celebrating Halloween here, and the woman I was working with thought it was funny. But let's get to some people here in the chat. They want to talk to you, and they've been waiting all night.
Let them.
There's plenty of people here because they've been waiting. We haven't been on the air in days, and we had a Sportswire radio shutdown. And speaking of people that are first, it's Zilla. I would have thought it would have been Jade, but Zilla's first.
Jade's probably mad.
No, Darkron's next. And he said, It's good to see Mr. Parsley back, and I hope to see Mr. Kron back here soon, your brother in the foundation. But he did want to remind you that sorry for your loss, but it's hard to overcome the greatest tag team in the galaxy. But a hell of a fight, good sir. Obviously, you know what time it is when it comes to the rock stars.
A little bit of a bummer that he would leave a comment like that, but he's entitled to do it as he pleases. So on to the next. Thanks, Tom.
Well, he has more comments, actually.
Wonderful.
I'm speaking of people that wanted to remind you that you wouldn't be here on time, and that was the resident rock star, Sean Jovi, who we kind of had talked about was expecting to be here tonight instead of your episode. He also wanted to remind people that he's now the drawer of Sportswire. He had said when Tone DeBoss was here that he had outdrawn him and that he was the draw now. He was the one bringing in the live viewers. It's not Anthony Steele anymore. It's not James Taylor. It's not you. And he had said now that he's the draw of sports. That's what Justin Parsley, Sean Jovi had said here on Sportswire last week.
How are we doing tonight, Tom? How are we doing tonight?
I'll check in a few minutes.
Okay, all right. I'm sure we're doing well, though. That we usually do.
Because you don't.
You know what? I hope that translates into IMF ring for him too. That'd be great.
But he's got a championship belt, but he's the draw.
The draw, though. Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, okay.
He calls himself the resident draw now.
The resident draw. Yeah,
that's what he has said.
I'm gonna buy an eraser then.
Well, you know what? You may listen. You may have one on you. But obviously, listen, it works for Mr. Parsley, but you are the Hall of Fame monitor, and there is somebody here that did want to say.
I didn't expect that. So, hi, Jay.
Big fan of yours.
I didn't know she'd be able to be up this late. So,
are you saying that kids have to get up for school tomorrow?
So
also,
typically.
Did say, though, that you're the greatest King of Palo of all time. I mean, Sean Jovi won it last year.
Oh, well, she's really educated, at least, so I see that.
You know, I actually had that conversation with someone today. I said, do kids still use a notebook and with pens and paper these days? And they kind of looked at me because I don't have kids. You would.
Not as much as the iPad. Yeah. Not as much as the tablet. Yeah.
Thank you, Zilla, for changing the conversation. All right. Who else we got here? Today, Parsley. And he said, hi, Ox McCoy. We've got a reference, by the way. You know, Omen Black holds position of the Hardcore Championship, and Dirty wants him to turn position over it coming up next Saturday. What do you think happens there as Ox is recovering from his injury? Do you hope that Mr. McCoy, the enforcer of Sportswire Radio, gets back his Hardcore Championship?
Of course, absolutely. I mean, he never lost it, so why wouldn't he deserve to get it back? But Omen Black walking around with something that isn't his, I mean, that kind of sounds realistic, too.
I think what Ox is saying, it's so good to see people tuned in tonight because we've had a lot of episodes. As I was reminded by one guest that calls himself a headline here in the last appearance, he said there was many episodes here on Sportswire where there wasn't many people here. So it's good to see that people are tuned in here because there's been
we had a lot of big names come. We had Doc Holliday I saw earlier. I want to give him a shout out because I saw he said, hey,
we're going to give Doc, because you're the Hall of Fame monitor. People want to tune into you. Some other shows, according to one guest, had claimed that many of my episodes on sports, not my words, but there's one particular individual that says many shows each month on Sportswire, what they call Make-A-Wish episodes. I don't know if this person was trying to facetiously compare me to John Cena. Obviously we always try to do the right things by the people. And he had said many shows he sees on Sportswire, what they would call a Make-A-Wish episode. Now,
you break his Make-A-Wish record, and then I'll break his world championship record.
That would be unfair to say I have had more Make-A-Wishes than John Cena.
You already beat him? Oh, that would be unfair to say. Okay, never mind. I get it. Okay.
I might have, according to this
We don't-
person, I might have given more Make-A-Wishes than John Cena. But yeah,
We
let's
need
move on.
the data. We need the data.
Stop. That we may have done it already, but shoulder's a little sore after moving a washer and dryer, but it's workable. I'm glad that the washer and dryer and your
That's how
shoulder
hard.
is workable.
That's how hardcore he is. The dude's still moving a washer and dryer like
Well,
that.
that's
So
why he is.
Why
the
does he not
enforcer
deserve
of
the
Sports
hardcore
Wire
champion?
radio? Let's see who else we got. He's Redneck Strong, and really, your best friend is here, Soldier GP. And we're really gonna see him next Saturday. Really count that 1, 2, 3, and then when you win that championship, we'll do this.
Oh, I love it. I love it, Tom. You coming?
What's that?
Are you coming to the show?
To the show?
Yeah.
No.
You're gonna be able to play that buzzer, like if you don't show
we'll
up.
We'll play it throughout the next few weeks, and we have a bunch of guests coming on from the IMF. You asked me one week, how come IMF isn't on? Well, your wish is your command. You're on a bunch of times. It works out. We had Make-A-Wish episodes. Listen, according to one guest, I had Make-A-Wishes. Come on.
I'm glad that I can help you. I'm glad I can make one of your wishes come true.
There's sick children out there, sick wrestlers. I mean, sick pedos. I mean, what can I say? I mean, I'm not ready for Omen versus Parsley again. So obviously, she's not ready for you and Omen again. And hello to
She
Dirty.
has like a week and a half to get ready for it, so that's fine.
Well, it's not a week and a half anymore.
A week, whatever.
Here, Darkfire, aka Ricky Romero. Good evening, and thank you. And speaking of people that will be a topic very soon on here, Mr. Doc Holliday, because one of his guys, Castor, is going to be here, and also a man that he has driven around to many towns. Mr. Gabe Sayers is back here in Cedar Rapids now next Saturday. So Mr. Holliday obviously reporting back to Mr. Sayers, and a man you would consider a friend, Mr. Gabe Sayers. A man I've met.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, and a bit of a mentor, yeah, because I mean, the guy knows the business and he understands it and he gets it and he teaches.
Oh, you're mentoring Gabe. No, I think you're mentoring.
No,
you're
think
mentoring.
It's happening that way.
You're mentoring you as a podcaster.
Wait, was he trained by Paul Roma? Is that right?
Well, yeah, he was in the PP.
Okay, I rest my case then. I can name my trainers and seminars. I can't name anything comparable to Paul Roma.
Well, I mean, but you've trained at the base of Sportswire Radio, so you're famously the Hall of Fame monitor of. That would certainly compete with Paul being trained by Paul Roma. I mean, we've had Rhino here, so I think you certainly helped in training us to get to Rhino. I think that's a fair point.
That's right. And even Gabe Sayers, I can hook you up with him too.
I met him. I mean, and also you have some fans, and 45 minutes later.
See, she said she wasn't ready for it, and she already knows the truth. So
she'll be there front row.
Yeah,
once
real.
the veil of the great illusion gets lifted, you'll see what reality is. This stage of our cosmic journey is meant for the pursuit of pleasures of the flesh. The poet, Ox McCoy, that is the poet.
I think I can buy it. That's not fair. I did poetry.
Not fans of yours, Mr. Mephisto. And he says what Jovi was saying here on Saturday, that would you actually show up? But you're here.
Oh, yeah, brother. Oh, yeah, he's here.
That's the Macho Man. That's Mephisto.
Or what? I can't do. I mean, Mephisto's like, oh yeah, brother.
Okay, Parsley knows what I mean. I'm all up. There you go. Also, Zilla wants to say this. I'm going to say this. Omen Black is the top guy in the IMF more than Justin Parsley. Zilla's getting on your nerve. I told you about Zilla.
It's like an itch that I just can't scratch.
Well, you know what? We're gonna.
Zilla, what's your address? I want to dox you.
No, thank you. Move on.
If I tell her at face value,
if I could turn back time, we're gonna definitely turn back time and move on from that comment. We might want to see Cher's chapless things, but we're gonna move away from that.
You can make wishes, but I can't dox. Whatever.
Well, you know what? Hubie Jenkins is here. Thank you, Hubie. And Torrance Banks will be here tomorrow night in your spot. He's gonna have to top this episode. I know Torrance can do it. I know Torrance can. Omen's been awful quiet since Highway to Hell, but I get it. Why waste your breath on people who refuse to listen, won't buy into your utter BS? But Omen doesn't have to say anything. He doesn't have to. He's on top. Look at what he's done to Gabe Sayers. Look at what he's done to Anthony Steele, a man that you're in the Hall of Fame with who didn't team with you as a team. Look at what he's done to Sean Jovi, Felix Jones, Il Drago, Damian Saint. He doesn't have to do Ace Diamond. He doesn't have to talk. Look at all those names I've mentioned, what he's done to them.
And he's barely escaped from some of them. I mean, Gabe Sayers, you wouldn't even really call that necessarily a victory. So some of these are narrow. It's a draw, but some of these are narrow escapes, though. And I don't think he'll.
2020 election, win to win.
I think this passage is too narrow for Omen to fit through this time. That's all. And
I do want to say, I hope that Mrs. Phelps is feeling better, because we know
Me too.
last week that Mrs. Phelps was going through a couple of things. So we hope that
been praying for her.
Is recovering, and we want to give her our thoughts and prayers. And thank you for being here and doing well. The screaming was her and her cousin. Yes, we hope the Mrs. is doing better. And Karen, there you go. Okay. I actually do have an Aunt Karen somewhere in Brooklyn, but I've never met them. But we'll move on. They're definitely not going to want to meet us after tonight's episode, I'm sure.
I don't think so. We've done too much. We've done too much.
But, we'll move on. I'm slowly getting there. It's taking time. Yes, prayers. Who else? We got a lot of comments here tonight, so bear with us. People want to hear you speak.
It's fine. I'm enjoying going through them. I like seeing all the names, all the different colors and pictures.
Like I said, according to one person, we've had some Make-A-Wish shows where it was the only comments were Zilla, Huey Jenkins, and Ox McCoy. That's not the case tonight. Thank you for that. I'm glad that he's feeling better. And by the way, Huey likes the new Jovi, and so does Darkon. There are some people that like this new Jovi because there are some people that feel that Jovi spoke his mind. Jordan Crowley spoke about that. Omen Black said he was proud of Sean Jovi. Not too long ago. I mean, just saying.
I'm not looking for guys like Omen Black's approval. I wouldn't use that as a very good example, but that's just me. I'm trying to set the tone here, Tom. I don't like the new Sean Jovi. I like the lovable, fun,
I got you.
hugging, bubbly Jovi. Like what? Okay, continue. The people that matter.
He's winning now. Listen, I mean,
maybe that's what it takes sometimes. Believe me, I've done a lot worse in my life, so I get it.
Outside enforcer or not, he is a licensed IMF referee. The fall stands. And we're going to have someone else that wants to talk to you here in about 15 minutes. So, just brace yourself here. They'll be on here in about 15 minutes. You have to be rational about things, Justin. Breathe. That's a good point. The enforcer knows. He knows the boogeyman better than anybody. He's telling you, listen, just be realistic about what you're about to face. And I hope that your best friend really doesn't have to see the demise of Justin Parsley, and that skull that Jordan Crowley was walking around with doesn't turn into your skull. And I hope, because you are the Hall of Fame monitor, that doesn't happen, because then we don't have any other Hall of Fame monitors on here. We won't have one. We only have one. And
I'll just ensure that doesn't happen, Tom, and that way you can have a happy Thanksgiving and enjoy your holiday season and get that one less worry off of your mind.
Okay, well, this person...
I'm here to help you, too.
We're going to bring this person on here shortly in about 5 minutes. They've requested 5 minutes, so we're going to get to them.
This is Anthony. That has to be Anthony Steele. I know that.
I don't know.
Asking for more time?
Well,
Could be Aaron Blaze. That's a good option.
No, he doesn't work in IMF. I don't think he's coming.
Oh, this is an IMF? Okay.
Yeah, this is not Aaron Blaze is not IMF. I don't think the powers that be in the IMF are going to bring in Aaron Blaze. I mean, I'm sure that they can speak on that.
I think they'll do Southwest now, if I'm not mistaken.
I wouldn't know that. I would not know. I'm going to sidestep that conversation, but also Zilla believes in Omen Black. Also here, also who else we have here in the chat? Somebody wants to tell you to shut up, just saying.
Is it Zilla?
No. Oh. That's your
a piece of crap, son of mine.
Yeah. Well, definitely. You're to quote Genesis, no son of mine now.
I think I taught him too much of all the bad stuff that I knew. So
and,
it shows.
Thank you, Ox, for the kind words. I think kind words now. I don't know. Now it would be kind words, but I do appreciate that. I've always been told that I'm a New Yorker. Yeah. Let's move on.
10? Are you a New York 10? Is that a good? I mean, is that? I don't know.
Maybe I'm a 6'7".
Is that as high as it goes?
Maybe I'm a 6'7".
I hardly even understand what that means, but I hear it all the time. I get it.
I saw one of our favorite guests that was on here, Paige Palazzolo, was wearing the 6 and her friend was wearing the 7. And I'm sure most people that have seen her would say she's more than a 6, but we'll leave that at that. But okay, we'll get onto some more comments. And the ratings just dropped tonight because Jordan Crowley came on. No, I think We have a lot of ratings tonight. People are here. Hit the
a
sub button
realist.
for the IMF. Just do that. And Dirty said that he wishes he would meet Matt Hardy in particular. Stop it, Dirty. You know what time it is, Dirty. But also, I do want to announce before we get to our guest here shortly that Saturday night in your chair, 9 o'clock Eastern time, we've got Il Drago. The final chief is here. The final chief returns to Sportswire Radio. He's going to talk about his United States Championship match. He's going to talk about his hiatus, and he's got a few things to get off his chest, a couple of announcements, and you know what time it is. Il Drago's here, back on Sportswire Radio. I told you, you got it. You're getting it. You wanted it. Anthony Steele, Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Get your popcorn ready. Get your preferred beverage. And Anthony Steele is going to be the humble version, the most humble person in wrestling history now. Anthony Steele is back. He's going to talk about Felix Jones and Gabe Sayers. Il Drago's here Saturday. And most of you guys are back here next Thursday. And also, Ox ain't no fan of Jordan Crowley. Parsley, the only thing you're trying to save is your ego. And Sean Jovi and I are humbled. And Crowley has no guts. And he's spineless but effective. And thank you, Gabo Payne, for giving us that comment. Papa GP has ascended above the walls of time. They are fighting over ashes of a vessel. But the memories and meaning of the remains are what really matter. That sounds like a lyric from The Memory Remains from Metallica. But enough about that. The skull has spoken, but that was only the beginning. That was only the beginning. He needs to throw sprigs of fresh parsley. We're moving on here. We are moving on here. Yes.
No, I like it. He's hired
here.
full-time marketing.
He's a very
PR.
pretty girl, but let's leave her alone. Let's leave her alone. Let's do that, please. Please, let's leave her alone. And she may come back and haunt those that have some of those words that they may say, but keep him here. Okay, yes, I got that point. Yes, hello to Miss Crowley. And Ox McCoy wants some vanilla cake right now. And also, Jade gets along. Yeah, we're leaving that up. At least he's on the right ear of headphones. Just pull that one out. Okay, who else? And speaking of people, as I mentioned, Drago is here. And mahalo to all. And also, she'll record and play the buzzer, so she's recording it. Let's see how brave Parsley talks when no one is there to correct his deceived mind. And Parsley, my dad said something about Omen, and he's finally on your side. So, big fan of yours, big fan. She's got some photos.
Dad likes me. She likes me.
He doesn't know how to be rational, just like someone else I know, too stubborn. And thank you, Burrell. Thank you, Miss Crowley. It was great to meet Miss Crowley. And if you do have any comments about her, she will come back and get you with that hourglass of time. So if you think you want to say things to her, it's on your mind, you better keep them to yourself.
Me? If I want to say something to her?
Not you, people in general.
But if I wanted to, and you said she would come back?
The hourglass of time. She would
come back.
No, your hourglass of time. I got the reference. James Taylor is here, thankfully. And not the number 67. And no, apparently I got the comments. Thank you, Ricky. Ricky Romero wants to say, yo, obviously that's great. And I have someone else that wants to talk with you here and wants to share a few words about some of the things you said tonight. Also towards some of the people that were here. And this person would like to have a chat with you right now. So only if you insist could I bring this person onto the screen.
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Now, it's not Anthony Steele, and it's not Il Drago. James Taylor is here in the chat.
Well, then I don't know.
Yeah, you won't see it coming.
It's going to be worse than that? Is it going to be worse than
It's not Sean Jovi.
Anthony
It's
Steele?
not Mephisto. It's not Anthony's here Sunday. Anthony
So
is going to
might be worse than Anthony.
He's the humble. Remember, he's the most humble person in wrestling history. I don't call him the most controversial figure in wrestling history anymore. He is the most humble person now because he's doing things the right way. He's been setting up the ring. He's getting to shows early. He's been respectful. He's been with the fans. He has been doing things a lot differently. And Anthony is on the right side of things. And that's why Anthony has always shown why I was on his side. When people said, nah, Anthony, don't have him on. Don't bring him on. He's too toxic. And I said, no, but it's not about that anymore. For those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage. Oh my God, it's the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman is here. Let the champ speak. And I'm not even going to say anything further.
See, I want to address one thing before I get to this sinner right here. You know, Dirty Donnie wants to kind of tie my hands behind my back with the hardcore title. That's what he thought, though. See, I went to IMF offices. I walked right into Dirty Donnie's office, and I demanded that I have some requests for the relinquish of the IMF Hardcore title. When I relinquish it, that ensures that this match will be called straight down the middle. And if your best friend lays a hand on me, not only do you lose the match, lose the world title, he loses his shot at the world title, and I get to walk out next month with no opponent and walk out IMF world champion. And guess what, Parsley? Dirty Donnie agreed because I hold all the cards. That's why I took the hardcore title. It's a bargaining chip. Come on. You should know that.
So
at
you?
At one point, you were me. But now look at you. You're just an empty shell of your former self.
Well, I've never been you or anything like you. What was the reason for that then? Did you feel a little uncertain about whether Soulja would put his hands on you? Is that what you're trying to say? You kind of intimidated that Soulja would be that close to you and might pop you in the mouth? Is that what you're worried about?
No, Parsley. See, I'm not going to... A good magician doesn't reveal his best trick yet. And you know me, I always have tricks up my sleeve. You're just going to have to wait till the end of the match when you're looking up at the ceiling, hearing, and your winner and still IMF undisputed champion, Omen Black. That's what's going to happen, Justin. It's happened before. It's going to happen again. What makes you think it's going to be any different?
Because you did have a trick up your sleeve the last time we met inside of a cage, Omen. It was tomfoolery that you pulled off. That's how you retained your world championship. I had no place to go. I had no place to be. I wasn't going to give up until I got you back. But I see that you're a lost cause. You have been for some time. Do you even believe in you anymore?
You could have won the match, Parsley, and why'd you do that? Why'd you come off down the top of that cage, continue the match? You had it won. But as soon as your feet touched the canvas, what was the scene that you saw? You saw me looking up at you, laughing my ass off. Because I knew you couldn't do it because you didn't want to let Soulja GP down.
Well, this time he's not going to let me down.
Won't he?
Why do you say that?
He puts a hand on me. It doesn't call the match straight down the middle. You lose the match. He loses the world title shot. So what's going to stop me from finishing what I started in the cage, Parsley?
Mr. Parsley, that's some points of repenting for you, and
at one point you were a sinner, Parsley. I hated your guts, but you know what? I could respect what you were doing to the IMF, but you were a sinner. Next Saturday, I'll make a mortar out of you.
A mortar?
Martyr. My bad. I have cotton mouth. I like to smoke because I got frustrated just listening to this bullshit. You know, he wants to make all the fat jokes, but I'm not here making grooming jokes, Justin. That's not my style.
Well, I mean, Mr. Parsley,
you groom the fans to like you. You groom the fans. You groom the locker room to like you. But look where that got you. You lost the tag title to the Rockstars of the Galaxy. You lost Sean Joey Mephisto in the Foundation. Hell, it looks like you lost Dark Kron in the Foundation because he's not.
Yeah, he's been cheering Jovi. He's been cheering Jovi the last week on Sportzwire. He's been cheering him, saying, "I'm proud of Jovi."
Who do you really have anymore?
I know Drago's here Saturday, and who knows what's going to be on his mind. He's back on Sportswire. And then there's Anthony Steele. He may be the most humble person in wrestling history, but you know Anthony Steele. That's what I do. That's what I do. Who knows what kind of mind he's going to be in when he's here. And he's not going to be talking about Justin Parsley. He's going to be talking about Felix Jones and Gabe Sayers. And the Foundation seems like nobody's really got each other's backs. You guys were supposed to be, you know what time it is, and well, the only thing that's coming up is your time, Mr. Parsley, according to Jordan Crowley, No Man Black, because time does wait for no one. And, well, time is definitely not waiting because we're about 9 days away from, well, that skull that Mr. Crowley had could be your skull. That's why I did ask, did you talk to the dead? And maybe that answer.
No, I mean, he's
yes.
right. He's right. All I have is Soulja. And a lot of times, you know, I'm all Soulja has.
Yeah.
Like, our backs are against the wall.
Will
for
you
sure.
have him next Saturday?
Hey, you know what? And remember Jason Storm,
no
too.
one.
Don't forget, Jason Storm's got that urn. Soulja's got his mind still. We know what's been happening there. I mean, Soulja had to go take care of Sean Jovi's problem there in Michigan with the former All Wrestling Matters champion. And then Soulja was still trying to get back his father's urn. And well, Jason Storm still got possession of that. And who knows what's going on here? Because you know what time it is there. And, well, the time is eventually going to end.
I may not be what the IMF wants, but I have what the IMF needs. And that's the IMF Undisputed title. And it's going to bring me joy to walk out December 31st with what everyone, especially you, need. Because when that happens, your career goes down the toilet. Soul GP's career goes down the toilet. The IMF go down the toilet. Well, I'm going to run to the bank with the IMF Undisputed title. Go place you guys can't even fathom I'm going.
That's why on Saturday, November 15th, that I have to stop you from doing that.
I like how your tone changed. You were cracking jokes. You were good old Parsley, making jokes, smiling.
Enjoying myself.
You do always enjoy yourself.
What did I tell you when I walked out of the last show? You're fucking dead for what you did.
Wrong button, sorry.
But,
Wrong button.
Justin, right now is not the time to cry. It's not the time to be sad, scared, shed tears. Hell, your wife and kids will be doing a lot of that.
And Mr. Black has mentioned Esther many times on previous episodes. That has come up. Esther has come up before. And you know Omen has got that on his mind. He's got the destruction of your family. And they're going to have a front row seat of watching you turn
Just
into
whatever you
skull.
do, for the love of God, please don't make my mom cry. That
Tell
would
Esther, you know
make
what?
me feel.
Oh,
Tell
Esther's coming up.
Tell Esther Daddy's coming home Thanksgiving. And she can be thankful that I'm going to be coming home still the IMF Undisputed Champion.
Well, we have apparently another surprise. There is another surprise, and before we get to this, a lot of surprises here tonight, Justin Parsley. When you come on, people they want to talk with you. Thank you, Comatose. Comatose is here early next week. He did want to wish you luck, but you may need it after this episode. And he says he wishes you luck. Thank you, Dakota, for being here. Dakota wanted to come in and see the action, and Jordan Crowley is continuing to go after you. I'm going to move away from that comment because we have someone else that will be a part of what's ahead, and he couldn't take it no more. There he is, the All Wrestling Matters champion who took care of Sean Jovi's problem, by the way. But Soulja GP is here.
Look at him practicing. He's so good. He's so. It makes me want to put my hands together for him because he's so damn good at it.
Clap your hands. That would be at the Iowa Music Awards. That's you got to do that. Clap your hands if you don't care. I mean, just.
It's a good
That's all I have to do.
there.
2, 3.
And we get rid of Omen. We get rid of Omen.
Yeah.
All I have to do. Maybe a little.
See, Tom, the funny thing is these guys don't think outside the box with what I just said and the deal I made with Dirty Donnie. They don't think outside the box about it, Tom.
Well, that's why you're boxing it out, and that's why you're going to walk away with this championship again.
I quoted, Soulja GP can't lay a hand on me, and that's called the match straight down the middle. Dirty Donnie agreed. But you know what? Dirty Donnie should really read between the lines, Justin and Soulja. No one said anything that I can't put my hands on Soulja.
Correction. Because I got
Correction. Dirty Donnie said it.
I
Poor boss.
got a call from Dirty Donnie. That's why I'm on here. I got a call from Dirty Donnie. Yes, I can't put my hands on you, but if you provoke me, then I can provoke you back.
I guess we're gonna have to see about the hardcore title, then, aren't we?
And Dirty confirms that if provoked, he can defend himself. Thank you, Dirty, for clarifying this. And Jordan Crowley said he's looking forward to watching Soldier count the 1, 2, 3 when Omen destroys you, Mr.
I thought he had all the cards
and
the
Jade
deck
wants-
was stacked or whatever.
And thank you,
The
Zach.
house always wins. And what's
You want
what is
that? That's fine. I'm going to call it down the middle. I'm going to call it down the middle. And there's not going to be no. See, everybody keeps saying that I'm distracted. I'm distracted. I took care of one problem already.
How's your dad?
And I opening Dirty Deeds, taking care of that second problem. So when it comes to being the ref for the main event, there are no problems.
Locked in.
I'm just there to count.
And that's
And
with
new.
Omen Black.
And future
shoulders
IMF heavyweight champion
on the
Justin
back.
Parsley. And future IMF heavyweight champion.
It's
Justin
right there.
Parsley.
Yeah. Did it there for you. Right here.
Mr. Parsley, you know we love having you on, but should you not be kidding around as much as you are going into this match? Because the Boogeyman's right. I mean, the Boogeyman is he's not playing around.
I mean, I got my best friends here, so I can. You guys are over here. I got my best friends here, so I can enjoy myself again. We kind of outweigh.
I know we
somehow
love having
this
you on
one.
and enjoying you in your company back on Sportswire.
You can make all the fat jokes you want, but listen, I'm not going to be grooming you. Listen, you're going to be getting the big goose egg, the big O next Saturday. See, that might be a hate crime for you, Parsley, but you know what? It's going to be a sweet victory for me, sweet justice. And why are you holding your mouth, soldier?
Oh?
You breaking?
Oh.
It's been a year. It's been a year. Omen, it's going to be almost a year.
Oh!
Oh.
Like I said, I'm just there.
Way to bring it back down.
That's it.
I guess we'll have to find
But you
out.
have to raise my arm, too, after you count it. That's part of the job, too. That's what the other referees do. I like when they raise my
You
arm.
got no sense of humor, soldier. You have a dry sense of humor just like your dad right now. Dry.
No. We certainly don't want to condone those comments. But obviously, Mr. Parsley, this is turning into an episode that I hope for your sake that we'll be back here for future episodes and we won't be looking at at the funeral of Justin
Just
Parsley.
think about it. Letting a
you
grown
want this
man
side?
steal your dad's urn, I can't relate. I would never let that happen. Never. Ever.
Just stop. Stop provoking him.
And also, we have
You went
also
to Michigan.
received word. We
I heard
have
that
received
didn't come
word that Jason Storm is here to say that he is gonna whoop Soldiers. You know what? Next week.
I got a question. When you went to Michigan to pick up Daddy, did Daddy just tell you, "I want to stay here with Jason. I'm hanging out with Jason."
No.
Me and Jason are having fun.
No. We don't want that. No. We don't. And the last man standing will be the Puppet Master, and I will be leaving Cedar Rapids again with Papa GP. All right. Obviously, it's enough for Soldier to take. I don't blame him. Obviously, we're getting toward the end of time here, and Mr. Boogeyman, Mr. Champ, it is your platform after all. This is the house that you run literally.
When I'm done next Saturday, I might be the one leaving with Mrs. Parsley and Esther, getting ready for Thanksgiving.
Well, you know what?
Get my
You know
new
what,
family
Champ?
thankful for the holiday.
Well,
They have to eat too, you fat fuck. Just keep that in mind. You have to feed them too.
See, you're on your emotion show, Parsley.
Mr.
expected more
Boogeyman,
of you.
it's
Don't talk
your
about my
platform,
family.
and you are the IMF champion. I did want to raise the stakes a little bit here, since we know you and Mr. Parsley are squaring off with Soldiers, the ref, and since you, Omen Black, are so confident about winning the IMF and retaining that championship that you have. And even for Mr. Parsley's sake, he calls himself to be the future IMF heavyweight champion. The winner of this match, I'll bring you both or either of you on Sportswire Radio again and induct the winner into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame yet again. So I'll raise the stakes even.
So another reason for me to beat that
You
ass?
might as well get the certificate typed out for Owen Black, Tom.
JUSTINPARSL. It's spelled just like that.
That's
how you
weird
do
way
it.
to spell fucking idiot.
This is how you spell Justin Parsley is what I'm trying to
What's wrong
say.
with you, Justin Parsley? The seriousness of this match. But yes, the winner of this match, in addition to walking away with the IMF championship, they'll come back here on Sportswire at a later date and
become a 12-time Hall of Fame. No,
or he'll become a 7-time Hall of Famer.
You're right. The winner will come here and there'll be a 12-time Hall of Fame inductee and the IMF undisputed champion. I like it. Thank you, Tom.
That's a big no.
In advance.
No, I think what Owen is saying that if he wins, he'll be back on his platform and he'll go into the Hall of Fame again because he always says the house wins. And that means Omen wins on his house. That's what he's going to say. Your story is going to be, really, I'm going to continue to go onto my path of passing Ric Flair and this time instead of championships, Hall of Fame inductions. I mean, that's
me and Felix always win.
And Jordan Crowley somewhere lurking saying about repent and I hope you repent on some of the things.
That's 6 months ago, Tom.
Okay,
there's no way this could happen again. Okay, Felix is out from underneath my thumb, and he's not like a distraction anymore. This one's got to take custody of him and care of him. Like it's all going to work out perfectly.
And
GP,
you're right. It's going to work out perfect.
Perfectly.
Now, Mr. Parsley, are you okay with bringing? Are you okay though? Before we start off with bringing Mrs. Parsley to the show next week, maybe you should.
It looks like they got some built-in securities. So I don't. Are they okay with coming to the show and touching?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
They got to deal with Dakota.
I'll ask her.
Will you? At least you'll ask. Yeah.
And Mr.
I'm sure you'll continue to do it, but
below the belt by Mr. Crowley. Soldier's internet connection is about as stable as his mindset. That's for the chops he received, by the way. The Prophet has still got that in the back of his mind. That's why he put that comment there on that screen. Just saying.
Too much scripture from this guy tonight.
Obviously, we're getting toward the end of time here, and Mr. Parsley, do you have anything else you want to say before we sign off here this evening? Because obviously, I could see. This has been another memorable episode here, and we hope to have future episodes with you. And obviously, the next appearance will hopefully, for your sake, be in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame for the 12th time. But would you like to say anything else to Mr. Black or any of the faithful, maybe even Jade? Maybe you want to give a big hello to Jade?
He's certainly no Rob Slater.
Essential. This is an essential comment here.
Is that like a height joke? Are you making fun of how short I am? That's rude.
Yeah.
Not everybody could be 7'3" or whatever the fuck he was. Look, I'm gonna tell you that like whatever happens out there is gonna happen out there, and it's gonna go down exactly as it goes down. I know that Omen Black and we had a killer match last time, even though the outcome wasn't what I wanted it to be. One of Omen Black's best matches ever is what I heard once upon a time from somebody. I don't know who that was, but we plan to give you that and a little bit more amped up. And by the end of it, I hope that everyone's satisfied with Justin Parsley as the IMF undisputed champion. That's all I got to say. I don't know.
Oh, that's it? That's all you have to say tonight? That's it?
Yeah, I think that could end it for me. What about you, Omen? Do you want to say anything, you big
You were world champion at one point, right? One time, world champion.
I was.
I'm not sold to GP. You're not going to beat me. I can say that right now. You're not going to beat me. You could have done it at the cage. You got scared just a little simple war paint. Me possessed? Come on, I was just testing your religion. You want to fucking pray to the carpenter that he's going to answer your prayers. When? When does he
does every day that I wake up, bro. All these blessings I have, and one more after that Saturday.
He doesn't answer mine because I pray every day that you don't wake up.
I don't think he's on your side the way you talk about it.
No, we can't condone that.
I don't know.
That's
I know it's supposed to be unconditional love.
We want you to wake up.
I think you're approaching it all wrong.
I say,
you're
God,
probably praying to the wrong.
They see in the sky. Please make Justin Parsley terminal, please.
That might be the wrong higher power that you're.
Okay, I think we've got the point. The IMF champion is saying things we cannot condone on Sportswire. At this point, we're going to have to just keep the bleep button going. Just please hit the sub button for the IMF. We want no one dying here on Sportswire. We want no one to face that fate right now. Please go out there. And final words here. Yes, please hit the sub button for the IMF. We'll be back here Saturday night with Il Drago, who I'm sure will say plenty about this and some and more mind games. You see how it all circles back. The prophecy is inevitable. Yeah. And Jade needs suits, and Jade did have a photo. I think she wanted to show up Justin Parsley, but I think after the mood Mr. Parsley's in, I don't think he wants to see any photos. And Mr. Crowley's still looking like the stinky. We have a guest coming on here next Friday who actually.
Fuck that guy. That's a good one. That's good. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop. Okay, thank you everybody for tuning in. We will have Anthony Steele, the most humble person in wrestling history, back here as a reminder. Sunday night. He's here 8:00. He's become more humble. You want about people who have repented and become born again.
Yeah, I made him humble. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Anthony Steele is humble. And also, I have a photo here, apparently. I don't know why I'm going to show it, but there's a photo here of Varel Crowley and Jade. And apparently, she's a big fan of
what the
Varel
fuck
Crowley.
Is that?
I don't know. Jade and Varel Crowley. And there is this photo here. And then,
it looks like the lead singer of Owl City. Get it off of here.
Okay, well here comes the rooster. I think you look more or less like a older version of Lane Staley, and here comes the rooster, Justin Parsley. I hope for your sake you don't become the man in the box next Saturday. But I'll hear your opinion when you can make a show, Drago. Drago's gonna be here this coming Saturday. He'll be here next and he'll talk about that. I think we're gonna go. Thank you everybody and have a great night. Justin Parsley doesn't disappoint on Sportswire. We hope to see you back here for a solo episode for your 12th induction, or conversely, the Boogeyman on his platform will be here to celebrate, and Jordan Crowley will be here to rejoice with the rest of the House of Wolves, and Omen Black will continue to go and predict what he has said time and time again, that he will walk out of here December 31st as the IMF champion. And thank you, Dakota, for being here, who, by the way,
the big JC in the sky showed me.
And thank you, Dakota. She'll be there, and she will be the security for Esther and Mrs. Parsley. I hope it doesn't come to that, but maybe you need to call Varel as well. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And, yeah, reminder, we're here Saturday.
Was it a hologram of Jordan Crowley in the sky? Is that what it was?
Crowley. Well, you know what? Listen,
a
Jordan
cloud
Crowley
shaped like him.
It's a hologram version. Listen, I'm sure there are some wrestlers that would certainly like a hologram version of Jordan Crowley, and that's certainly why we're going to say
that's a goddamn hate crime. All right,
that is a hate crime.
The guy got enough chops on Jovi's vlog. Let's leave Jordan Crowley alone. We'll be back here tomorrow with Torrance Banks, but Saturday and Sunday, Il Drago, the most humble person in wrestling history, Anthony Steele, and we're all back here next Thursday, by the way. Who knows if Justin will show up? I hope he does, but thank you, everybody. I think my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce. I did show my certificate to prove it. Thank you, Jordan, for asking that question.
He's not going to show up. He has price right that night.
Well,
Jeopardy, bitch.
Well, you know what? Until then, go follow Kendall's Tavern. You can find Justin there tomorrow. He'll be DJing, and beers on tap, unlimited. You might need a few after this episode. Until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. On the number one Global Radio, the Sportswire Radio, where all music and wrestling matters. Thank you, Drago. We'll see